let's. Chris and I were together for Halloween.
Not together
in that way.
in the same space.
Yeah.
Not in the biblical sense.
The biblical sense. What biblical you're reading, anyways?
To know you in a biblical sense is, I think, it's boning or having children.
Yeah,
I thought it was you just give me 10% of your wages, and I'd tell you that you did a good job.
Yeah, that too. All of the above, maybe. I'll take give me the money and
I digress.
Chris and I were talking, and I was like, why do you still do this show? And I didn't mean it like, I didn't mean it like,
get the fuck out.
Yeah, I didn't mean like, why do you, but more like, why do we continue to do this? Not that we shouldn't, but just why?
Well, I was going to say, I already had the thought this morning, like when my alarm went off at 8:30, I'm like, fuck, it's the only day off. I'm waking up with a goddamn alarm. I was like, oh, I got to go fucking do the show. Mm-hmm. And I pepped my step. I got out of bed faster than I usually would.
You know, it's funny you say that. Now, truthfully, we're recording in the morning.
Yes.
I'm on vacation this week, and the stars aligned here for you guys. We have been recording late afternoon.
Yes.
A lot lately when I'm, my new job's a little bit more taxing than my old job. Bobby, I love morning Bobby voice. It's different. It's completely different. It's what, the thing is, Bobby, you talk so much, literally for a living on this hustle. And I think by the afternoon, sometimes you're a lot more strained out than you are. But
strained out.
I also this morning, I set an alarm. I did not have to, first time I've set an alarm this week, actually. And I got up and I'm like, all right, we got to go record this morning. So wash my ass. I didn't shave because I'm on vacation. So fuck y'all.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
And
not on my account.
Yeah. Bobby, I enjoy doing this. I will say sometimes, just situationally, tactically, it is like torturous sometimes to stop. Like, fuck. But, then we get these messages from people. I really enjoy, this, that, or the other, or it's the community aspect of it.
Yeah.
Some thoughtful, responses to things we talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's,
just the three of us, man, like Halloween, there was trick or treat this week. You guys got together. I know I lived right next door, but I gave fucking over 300 shots that day, and I got home at around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
What's it like being a bartender?
Fuck, imagine 300.
Did you do 2 for 1s? Did you do 150?
I did. Whatchamacallit? When I pour shots down my chest and have people lick it off.
You could probably make a lot of money doing that.
I like the hurricane. The hurricane is great. When a chick spits the alcohol into your mouth and then slaps you.
Oh no,
that's great. Oh no, they spit the alcohol in your mouth and then splash you with a pitcher of probably liquor or beer or water. Probably beer, and then slaps the shit out of you a few times.
Yeah, so I'm so glad that that's there for you to enjoy.
I've taken all the hits from women in my life. I'm going to take, Joe. I got it out of the way early.
Boom.
I like it rough both ways, man.
Yeah.
Wow. In and out.
I'm not a pain person. I'm not a person that's
I'm not super painful. Getting slapped is it's like smoking, right? It doesn't taste good, but it tastes good. Drinking doesn't taste good, but it tastes good. Getting slapped doesn't feel good, but it feels good.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree.
Sometimes it's just like clearing your sinuses out.
You never got spanked and
me
like it.
I mean, no,
I neither.
No. Can you imagine me getting over some bitch knee?
Moreover, yourself. How about myself? That's calling a spotter.
And conversation like this is why I love it.
There you go.
Anyway, I was saying I didn't try as hard to come over because we're recording today. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a break now because we get to hang out. Because it's, I don't know, man. It feels like to a lot of people our age without long teeth, getting to hang out with friends, it's like an endeavor.
It's
like it's like something they don't get to do, and we get to do this. Yep. Almost every week, we get to hang out for 3 hours. I was talking to my coworker, and he was like, "Man, it feels like I don't have friends anymore because he doesn't even have kids, but he's our age, but he works, and then he goes home, and it's he doesn't have a set time." and without other than you guys, you hear me talk about seeing some friends sometimes, but like it's once in a blue moon, and some friends I see twice a year because you have the fucking stars align to get one fucking night to have a dinner and chat.
Are you talking about somebody local, or I mean, because I know we all have friends all over the literally fucking world.
That's
now,
the thing too,
and
because we have the internet, so we have friends
right.
all over.
So it's almost like this is such a unique experience to be able to.
Well, we had to fucking
be here together.
We had to accommodate Bobby by moving here.
Yeah. This is true. This is true.
I think that like
stars aligned in that way.
For me, it's kind of similar to what you just said. Like it's kind of a way to like consistently stay in touch, you know, and like you share like your life basically, you know, and then
it's a privilege to get to do this. Like,
and then sometimes from that, like, you know, interesting conversation or, you know, outlooks on life or whatever comes from it is like an added bonus. But it is true, like as like adults, like you don't really fucking kick it, you know what I mean? No. It's like unless it's like a super planned event, a fight or a game or, you know what I mean, like a birthday party, a kid's birthday party,
Halloween party,
something like that. Like unless it's that, you don't really get the chance to really fucking kick it. You know?
I mean, we can kick it. But I gotta go pick my mom's up from work, and she don't like a lot of people with me.
Yeah, I got kids. I got this or that.
You know what I mean? Job, of course.
But even this is like a planned. It's a planned event, right? Because we're recording. It's not we're just kicking it. But the uniqueness of recording is we're having this time as a conversation. Mm-hmm. We're not just having an excuse to be together, but not necessarily have the connection. Because you can make plans and go watch a movie or whatever, but. You know, bonding wise, it's hit or miss.
Yeah. I agree, and I'm trying to think if there's any like you know, and I like the questions and stuff, and I like that kind of, you know, and it's like
from other people, and
I like the conversational, like I said, like the, you know, when me or Joey, when you might be like, you know, why do people do this, and it like leads to like some like exploration of human behavior or something,
and that's not necessarily you can talk to any old person about.
Yeah.
This is a safe space,
you know.
And then, like when we talked about HOAs, and then I start getting recommendations for HOA videos on YouTube, and I watch 2 or 3 of them, and boy, you guys have it easy compared to some of the shit people go through with HOA.
I was saying that.
Like, we got a good one.
A great HOA.
Yeah, we got a pretty good one. So, Joey, you got your coffee first. Chris, how was your nerve?
Oh, wow.
It was funny. I had somebody else here recently. Shit. Oh, it was the Germans, and actually, real quick before you get started, I'm going to play this clip because it's an excerpt from I'm not sure if I ended up using it or not, but it was one of the Germans talking about, like, and you know how he was being like he was making a joke about the stereotype of a German, and he was like, and we are right about everything, and it's pretty funny, I think. Yeah.
He's cheap. I got you.
And you know, Germans are always correct.
Well, not always.
Not always. No.
Oh my god!
Wow. But anyway, when they came down here, you know, they were looking at me, and I was like, "Hey, you got your coffee first. You get to go first."
Oh, man.
Which was fun. But anyway, so how was your nerd week, Chris?
So I got knocked off, guys.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's not the first time you've been.
It's not the first time, but I mean, I will say this one might be the most blatant because they even put my fucking name on the goddamn thing when they made it. Oh, they even put my.
They just
holy shit!
Did they got your CAD file?
Holy shit!
No, this is made by hand. But isn't that fucking hilarious? And I had shout out to Good Man Toys on IG. He's one of my guys who
just straight up chaos.
He actually, and let me read the message he sent me because it was pretty funny.
You want a 4th party crash box?
He said, "I don't know your Facebook name, or I would have just tagged you. And I don't know if you even want to address this, but I want to let you know there's a guy on Facebook ripping off your complex design and using your pics as if they're his own. This stuff pisses me off, so I want to let you know." And he sent me a screen cap.
That's not even knockoff. That's like catfishing.
Yeah. So
like, your pictures.
And I'll be honest with you, like, it's from Diostructure is like probably the biggest diorama Facebook group.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'll give you one.
I mean,
yes.
I used to be an admin and I quit. But
fuck! I fucking hit the wrong
I could
button.
teach them nothing more. But he sent me the screen cap of it, and it's and I couldn't find it. I don't know if somebody flamed him and he took it down, but like the picture underneath it is the picture that Trevor took, 1/6 shooter took of the Cosmics, whatever that set that is in the set that he has of mine. So it's just like, wow. I don't know, man.
Shameless.
Yeah.
In public,
it's not there. It's not there anymore.
Yeah. Like, what are you thinking?
Well, here's the deal. If you just see it in like that picture, you're like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to make that, and not even understand. But then again, Trevor's picture has got the Star Wars font on everything, so it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to think. I don't know. It's not there anymore. I can't find it. And I asked the dude to find it, but he couldn't find it.
And it doesn't seem like he's flipping them. You know what I mean?
No, he's not. He just made it for himself. But it's like, that guy ripped my Popeye doc off, which wasn't like a super original thing. But
it is like the cost of doing business.
It is.
Because like you can't, once you put it out there.
Oh, it's in the wind. I mean, I'll be honest with you. We've shipped stuff to China. And I'm like... Let's go. No, because I would be honest with you. Let's say,
fingers crossed.
Let's say, and I'll kind of let this spill into my rest of my week. I've probably built 30 dioramas since the last time we sat at this table.
Jesus Christ.
The materials were all cut and put together, but I've put together and we've finished. That is all I've done all week. The only time I've left is when I came over here for Halloween. Sending stuff to China, I've often thought, wow, like let's say set one, the window, the one with the big spiral columns. Boy, I forgot what a pain in the ass that thing is to build.
Yeah.
And so my in my head, I was like, man, so if somebody knocks off this piece, I'm just going to get in touch with them. It's like, hey, how much for me to buy 50 of these from you?
And then resell.
And then, I mean, hey, I'm sure there's been situations where people have basically been backdoored into having factory work. Like, listen, I understand what you're doing here. I'd love to have a continuous relationship with you here. Yeah. And, just send me X amount and you sell them too.
Just contract out, man.
Are those his pictures? Or so the one is a totally different one, but the first one, whose picture is that?
Hang on. So, all right, this is a photo for that was professionally done.
Correct.
By 1/6 shooter,
which is a bunch of troopers coming through the door.
Coming through the door. And this up here is what, you can read.
Right, but what picture is that?
Okay, so this is a screenshot from this group where this guy had posted it.
No, I mean the picture that he posted.
Who took that picture right there?
Who took that picture?
One of my clients on...
No, not the screenshot.
I'm sorry. The picture of
the picture.
This is all I know.
I know. So my question is, did he buy one from you? And
no, not that I'm aware of. I've never heard of this person.
Did he?
The guy at the bottom or the fake one?
The fake one.
The fake one. Okay. So that's not a. He made that.
He made that.
Okay. He just used your template
basically
design to make it.
Like to almost like. I mean, I'm almost impressed that this was done by hand. Like I don't know. I mean, it's not really. Listen, it's all shapes. That's all I tell people. All I do is cut out shapes and glue them together. That's literally all I do.
Yeah. I've had like a couple ones that like kind of like sat weird. Like I have one of my podcasts right now is, in my opinion, really being knocked off. Like it's complicated. It's not completely being knocked off because the approach is different, but the formula is the same. And it's actually kind of being knocked off, in my opinion, by two, and one of them even took the name. Took the fucking name.
Like somebody you know, or
they
I don't know him like that, but
so they franchise you without paying you the franchise fees.
Yeah,
wow.
Not without crediting.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow. The other one is like kind of leaned on the concept, so it's not the same thing. I don't. To be fair,
so it's so someone opened a McDonald's and then put Five Guys logo on top of it.
Yeah, well, or I had the McDonald's.
Hey, let me copy your homework.
Somebody opened a Burger King.
Yeah.
And somebody else opened a McDonald's, but they're serving Applebee's, or actually they're serving dog food, probably. But I mean, I don't mean Taco Bell. They're serving Taco Bell. It's probably a good thing, good way to say it. It wasn't completely, but this is the new piece we've got coming out. I haven't revealed it yet. I mean, by the time this comes out, people know.
I like it.
And these,
what size are they?
Crates. Yeah,
what size are they?
I mean,
it's Billy or Detov?
Neither.
Or New Billy?
It's no.
A standalone.
I'm tired of catering to IKEA's every whim.
I thought you got the
fit.
Neo Detolf to get the dimensions.
It's not very tall. We want to do that to make
it's like
more like an enclosed space.
It's like a riser, right? It's like it's kind of like
no
steps.
No, hang on. Let me show you.
It looks like it's 2 tiers.
So it's 3 pieces. It's angled. That's why it looks like that.
It's angled.
It's called depth, Joey. Depth, adding depth. So while I've been doing a lot of this work, I've been watching The Expanse, so I'm almost done with it again.
Jesus Christ,
I just look. I want.
It's impressive.
Look, we don't have to ask Pinkerton what he wants in that deserted island when he gets stranded.
For sure.
Give him Cyberpunk and Expanse, and it's good for life.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I mentioned this. They're finally putting all 6 seasons out on Blu-ray of The Expanse. And Bobby,
is the box going to be like a ship space?
I'm going to buy it.
I love that for you.
I hope the box is.
I'm hoping I can
cool
maybe loan it to a friend to finish watching. No, part of the reason is, like, if I'm working, I want something very passive.
Yeah.
And if it's something I'm not seeing, I'm going to stop. I'm going to look. But I'm like, I want to watch the space scene. Battles, right? I want to watch the PDCs and all that stuff. God, such a good fucking show, man. It's I love it so much.
And it's probably motivating too.
It is to an extent, yeah. When I'm building these castles and shit to see. No, I'm kidding. No, it is. And I'll be honest with you, that design I just showed you is just straight up 2 different Expanse things. I've got a lot of research on the ships and stuff. Like, I've scoured the internet and I've got blueprints and found the people who did the designs for the insides of the ships.
Trekkie for the Expanse.
Yeah, sure.
I had this other I showed it to you guys. You guys didn't see it, which I think is crazy, but it's okay. But this drawing I did of Rex coming down this like rubble.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and somebody did like a diorama of that, and it's like the arms are laid out the same, like battle droid arms and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it was almost like a statue kind of deal.
Yeah,
the way they did it,
dimension, like it's like all the way around.
They did a really good job.
Yeah, but that was like more. I mean,
it was like an homage.
Yeah, it was more flattering. I wish a little.
Yeah,
a little,
that's not.
No, not at all. A nice little tag would have been like inspired by. Would have been nice.
Well, I don't think. I think it's. Personally, as an artist, not really as an artist, as a creator, I think it's necessary. I think it's mandatory. I think you need to credit your sources.
Yeah,
when it's not just inspiration, when it's like direct,
right?
And I think if it's gonna be blatant, you should reach out. It's like, hey man, I just want to let you know I've got this piece I'm putting out. I was super inspired by a piece of art you did. I just want to let you know.
And I would have promoted it. I would have been like, look how fucking cool this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it as it is, but it would have been nice.
It's just to me, the ethics of it is that you always need to credit the creator.
Yeah,
like, always. Because like even though a lot of these meme pages on Instagram or whatever, it's like they don't make their own content. It's just like reaction videos or whatever. But like at least mostly they like this picture is from this account,
right?
So you can like.
I actually have a drawing that I'm working on of the Stunticons, and it's inspired by a rollout promo poster of The Sopranos, and like when I put it out, I'm gonna say inspired by this picture from The Sopranos.
Woke up this morning.
Even though it's like
yourself gone.
So the furthest thing from a small indie winner, you know what I mean? It's like you're talking about a Warner Brothers conglomerate. But yeah, anyway,
conglomerate. But yes, I lots of inspiration for a lot of what I've done is from that show. And I mean, I have notes in my phone. I'm like, oh, season whatever, episode 3 timestamp. Just like that's something fucking cool. The Expanse game, scoured it, took tons of screenshots because it's in these ships, right? And it's really cool.
Oh, well, never mind.
The Telltale game?
It depends on if it's like what engine is made of. You can just
it's Unreal.
Oh,
it's unbelievable, Joe.
I was getting ready to say,
but it is the Unreal Engine.
You don't have to take. You can just go through the assets.
Okay, unfortunately, I have it on. So you're telling me I can download that game
on your PC and just have the nuts and bolts? That's why people. That's how people can mod things so easily on Unreal.
Need you to show me your ways.
Okay, like you can just you can.
I didn't. I mean, I know exactly how that works.
It's basically watching a movie, but then being able to just like walk on set and like look around.
So it's like playing a Lego game. You go and just make a pile of stuff.
Yeah, and you can get all your characters in T poses.
Cool. Yeah, and do your T poses
and then make porn with it. That's what people do.
Oh, jeez, I know. I want to tell a story. No, I'm not going to tell a story. I don't want to.
It's too late.
Well, I can't because it involves one of my children and something inappropriate.
You can just say somebody else's children. Okay, it's too late now.
Well, I walked
it's
into Bobby's house. No, I'm not going to do that. I haven't really watched much this week. I watched wrestling, obviously, but nothing super exciting there.
Me neither.
Yeah. Ric Flair did officially sign with AEW, which I found kind of
He's
odd.
still alive?
Barely.
Is he still nature boy?
He's all natural.
Both a boy and doesn't seem to be natural to still be alive.
Well, Shawn Michaels is a sexy boy, but if you see him, he looks more like me, and he's cross-eyed too. So
is he cross-eyed?
Sexy? Yeah, like one of the last things that happens, somebody kicked him in the head, and like one of his eyes goes in.
Damn! Can you imagine somebody kicking somebody's eye?
You got cross-eyed.
Not your boy toy.
Jesus Christ. There's surgeries to fix those nowadays.
I know.
Are there really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went to high school with a cross-eyed, and he poor guy of course got bullied all throughout, and then he got it fixed.
Yeah, I had a woman who worked for me that had that. Like her eye, it was like it would get stuck. Like this one wouldn't. I'm serious. That's what it was.
I hate to laugh about it, but
she got it fixed. So
I'll never forget. I was at a fucking Outback one night, and
God, man, hang on, lay it out though. Tell me how that evening went. Did we get the fries or the onion?
We got the fries. I always get the loaded fries.
Okay.
But I'm sitting there with my father, and our waiter comes up, and he's got one eye, kind of doing his own thing, and he comes up, gets the order or whatever, and then fucks off. And my father looks at me, and he's got like his scowl on, and he's got his fingers interlocked, and he goes, "It's as if one eye were looking at a hawk and the other at a groundhog."
That's great. That's great.
Those two specific things is definitely something your dad would say.
Speaking of my father, that dude is. So we have sometimes because of some similarities. Sometimes he gets emails sent to him, and I get, or we have similar names, et cetera, et cetera. And he got an email to him from this company, and it happens fairly frequently, and it actually had some pertinent information for me. So I was like, okay, well, can you forward it to me? He's like, oh, I deleted it, but can you fix it? Make sure it doesn't. You got it, Dad.
Is that your main interaction with your father? Is email fuck ups?
It's a big one.
Okay,
it's a big one.
Do you get more email complaints from your dad or random baby pictures from your mom?
So I haven't heard from my mom in quite some time.
You want to send her a random baby picture?
Yeah, I should.
Just to start.
I should.
Like
I'm gonna dress Joe up as a baby and have him sit on my lap and feed him a bottle.
Dress him up like an.
I ordered one.
I think they watered it too much on the way. Dress him up like one of those Ann Geddes babies in the little pea pod costume. Just his head. That'd be funny.
And she was mad at me for having my sister here and for having my niece here. Like she was mad at my sister more so than
jealous.
She just don't fuck with me. Like she stay away from that motherfucker.
Even though you're doing amazing in life.
Yeah, and
it's probably a good influence for most people.
Correct.
I mean, most people can only hope to be in this position with, I don't know, whatever.
Some of it anyway.
Been continuing to watch Better Call Saul. This guy, man, he is. I mean, we're still in season 1, and he's wandered into doing elder law. So you catch him watching an episode of Matlock, and he's sketching out what he's wearing. So he goes and buys like a Matlock suit, like the lighter colors, and
I love Matlock.
He starts going to the retirement homes, and he's like doing wills and shit, and he's figuring out he's like, I can't pay you, I don't get my allowance. And I guess a lot of those places work like that. Basically, you sign over your SSI check and your pension or whatever to this organization that manages and they pay all your bills, and then they give you an allowance every month. And it's like, $14 for a roll of toilet paper. So that's where we're at with it now. But that show it's so well written, it's so clever, and it's so well fucking shot. Like the transitions they do in that show, holy shit! It's just like you think you often think like, oh, that'd been a great way for them to do that. They're like, oh fuck, they did that thing I thought would be great. So if you hadn't seen it, car shopping continues.
Beautiful.
No, well, we're in November now, so the deals are different, and I've got a couple lease things.
Is the Thanksgiving deal coming up?
Yeah, Friday, dude.
It's the big gobbler deals.
It sounds like something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
You get a free you get a free 20-pound turkey with every car purchase.
Free
I'm sure somebody's doing that. Like I mentioned, I've been on vacation all week, but I can't tell you I haven't done anything vacatable at all. And then Halloween, we came over here to Bobby and Lawrence. They had us over. We had pizza, and I had this pig mask. It was like a burlap sack pig mask that Bobby, I stopped wearing it because I knew sooner or later you were just going to have to go to the street because people were coming less and less close to the front porch.
It's
like
true.
Little kids did not care for it at all, and like.
That's great.
People kept asking if it because I was just sitting there. I was rocking very monotonously, and they would ask. I would ask Bobby, "It's like, is he real?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's my pet pig." And then his joke was, "It used to be a potbelly pig." And then I just make this snort at them, and they jump. Yeah, that was fun. It got super duper cold.
Yeah.
Like I don't like 2 or 3 layers, but it still got nipply. I've noticed something, and I don't know why. And I take Manjaro, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, like I burp everything up. Like I have burps constantly. Like it just. We had pizza the other night, and like 3 a.m, I woke up and just burped, and it was like green peppers. It's like, what the fuck? Why am I just all of a sudden? I don't know. I haven't changed anything else. So,
Yeah.
exciting times, right? That's the one side effect.
Living on the edge.
It's funny, man. Like side effects. People are. I'm in a Facebook group. Surprise for this Manjaro. It's like, has anybody else been getting night sweats, but during the day? Or
that's just
that's
sweats.
day sweats.
That's just sweats.
Has anybody else found that their clothes don't fit anymore if they've lost 55 pounds? Yeah, that's kind of the goal here. It's the amount of side effects.
Imagine being at work and randos come up to you and those questions in real life. That's
I've got
me.
this rash where I've been shooting up drugs with a dirty needle. Do you think those things are related?
Yeah.
Oh, my back hurts because I golf a lot, but I need to go to a golfing tournament this weekend. What can I take for my back? I'm like, you can take stop golfing.
2 doses of stop golfing.
2 doses of
It's
stop
not have
golfing.
to go golfing. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want. From me,
and
man.
then
like this is literally a scenario this past weekend.
a large glass of just shut the fuck up. Yeah,
I get it though. I get it.
I don't.
Well, I mean, if it's something you love, like.
But then you just suck it up and deal with it. Well, this is fucking on my back. I'm just gonna keep fucking on my back.
Yeah.
Right, like,
But I get
you know what it is.
Trying, yeah, for sure. I think it's a matter of coming to terms with understanding that that's what's doing it, and then trying to figure out a way to continue doing it without making it worse.
Yep.
Well, buy Tiger Woods 98 on your Super Nintendo or some shit. I don't know.
Give one of those golf units at home. Just hit the ball into the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say about the trick or treating. I didn't notice any like trend costume this year, and I expected.
I
this.
did.
Did you?
Yeah, it's the son. Just wear your ball uniform.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I did
That's
see a
true.
lot of sports people
That's true.
driving up.
It was a lot of like, just put your fucking baseball suit or your football suit or whatever on and just go out the door.
Yeah. No, I didn't see. There wasn't a Harley
really low
Quinn.
effort.
There wasn't a Harley Quinn. I'm trying to think if I even saw Power Rangers a couple times. That sticks out in my mind.
I was expecting to see a lot of Barbies.
Yeah, I didn't see a single one.
Didn't
Not
see a single one.
That is an interesting take. I didn't think about that.
And another one I expected to see that I didn't see was that football player and Taylor Swift.
Oh, Kelsey.
I expected to see that, but didn't see one of those either.
So I remember when it was probably. So we had the Saturday between your party and Halloween. Kennedy and I had gone to the store, and I stopped and gotten gas, and these people just came and backed into the gas station there, and the guy gets out and goes inside, and there's a woman inside, and she's fixing something on her face. I'm like, what is? And I look hard. I'm like, this is a Ted Lasso cosplay, and I immediately knew because it was a woman with the big mustache, and then her husband. He looked actually just like the guy's name is Coach Beard, but he looked just like that guy. I'm like, that's probably why they're doing that, because he looks like that. So that was interesting.
There was some kid that came up the steps and had a bucket, said trick or treat, and she was young. So I put 4 pieces of candy in her fucking thing. which I feel like is excessive. I feel like 2.
2, right?
Yeah.
2 or 3.
But my standard is usually 3. But she was a cute little girl. Like, we said trick or treat right away, which I respect.
No, hang on. Let's be clear. These kids stand there looking up at Bobby with these doleful eyes. And 10 seconds will pass. They've blinked 12 times. And Bobby says, "You gonna say it?" Twick a tweet. And he's like, "It's a social contract." And he gives them the candy.
It is. That's what you.
It's a social contract.
I know. It's just so
otherwise, you going.
I think you let one or two like little kids slide.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, what are they supposed to say? Let's get them going.
You're not going out there to collect candy. You're going out trick or treating.
Right.
I will say it's so. I guess it's just people that travel but it was just packs of people. It'd be like 20 at a time, and then you wouldn't see anybody forever.
So I put 4 pieces in her bucket. She looks down in her bucket and looks back up at me like,
"Fuck, am I supposed to do this?"
That's it.
Like, what's my tip?
And I look back at Chris and I was like, "Man, these kids today are different." And I started laughing, and then I realized, their parents are down there at the bottom, and I looked back at them and I was like, "What's up, man?" And then I was like, "Happy Halloween," because it's not my fault that your kid is fucking ungrateful.
Yeah.
And I'm commenting on it.
Yeah.
You don't want me to comment on your kid's ungrateful behavior? Teach them how to be fucking grateful.
Yeah.
What's the age cutoff for trick or treating?
You know what? I don't give a fuck. If you're 30 years old and you walk up and you say trick or treat and you have a fucking costume on, so that's what is more important to me. So when they start getting into high school, they start I'm coming as her and she's coming as me. That's the type of shit that pisses me off.
Or just a hoodie,
unless it's like full on the guys in full makeup and dress.
It's not.
Yes,
it's
but
like
it's not.
They switch sweaters.
Or they're just wearing their same shit and they're just like, "Yeah, I'm coming. I'm a substitute teacher. Give me the fucking you know what I mean?" It's like that's what pisses me off. But as long as you put it,
carry an apple and a pencil and you got me.
Yeah,
that's that easy.
As long as you have a fucking costume on and you say trick or treat, I'm happy to give you a piece of candy. I love to see it, really. Joseph.
I had a pretty dead week too because I've been working my ass off, but because of my still new to me outlook on life, I'm not burnt out. I'm just like tired.
Awesome.
I'm just like physically and like mentally tired, not in mood wise, just exhausted because I have to think a lot at work. So, but yeah, we're working like 6 or 7 days a week lately, making a lot of money because about just fucking through 80 grand into the house, which is starting on Monday. I'm really looking forward to it. But this week we only have to empty the entire kitchen and entire master bathroom, and then move into the guest bedroom above the garage. The mother-in-law suite, which is actually a mother-in-law suite for me. I mean for Krista, because it's not my mother-in-law, it's her mother-in-law.
So what's
my mom supposed would that's a
mother-in-law suite, right? That's what it's called. Yeah,
but that room is reserved for my parents if they ever want a place to stay.
I call it a frog room.
Never heard that one.
Finished room over garage.
Beautiful.
That works. So what's their? You said they start on Monday.
Monday.
How long are they? And is this? I
have no idea.
One company doing all this?
It's company. It's not a company. Well, like we got the custom cabinetry from Home Depot Design Center.
Okay.
We're going to a granite place to get our own countertops.
Oh, so you're being your own general contractor then?
I'm not doing the work. I'm not
right. That general contractor is the person who just assigns it. I mean, you're the handler.
It's our family. Yeah.
You're the handler.
It's our family contractor guy.
Okay.
Same guy who did our fucking entire house floors in 2 days.
So somebody you know.
Like it's great and much cheaper. Because like we went to the design center to get everything designed, laid out, and then everything broken down. And
was it not an Unreal Engine? You couldn't just pull the assets?
I could, but I don't know if they make when I fucking pull up the assets in real life. It's a problem. I have to pick something that exists.
So you get in the granite, get in the stone.
Yeah. The whole layout's gonna be different. Like I'm gonna have you to come take a look at my shit. I will no longer be fucking Robert Bonehead. I'll be grown up to be my own person.
Wow, not the mirror universe of Skofase,
which was always cool because it's just like coming to like.
Yeah, except it's reverse, which always fucks me up.
It's cool though.
It's the mirrorverse.
It's the mirrorverse. But yeah, I've been working a lot, so I haven't actually done too much. Like the time that I do have, like the side time, I've been playing more Final Fantasy VII, getting ready for Final Fantasy VII to come out. Just really fucking excited for that shit.
Nice.
And watch like really light shows during dinner. Like Bosch came out on Netflix.
That's still coming out.
I think
Bosch?
it's just old.
Oh, yeah, because that was on Amazon for back in the day.
Yeah.
BOSCH. Is that how you spell it? Bosch.
BOTCHED.
Botched. Okay,
surgeries.
we're talking about two different shows.
Yes.
Bosch is like a crime procedural, and botched is about plastic surgery.
They've gone wrong. They're getting fixed.
Okay, unrelated.
It's coming.
My apologies.
Depends, because this one lady was saying how like her
Undergarments?
botched surgeon, like the surgeon who botched the surgery, apparently botched a bunch of surgeries and got murdered in some ice cream parlor, probably because he botched someone's surgery. And
What if could you imagine getting murdered with an ice cream scoop?
Yeah.
Like, and they didn't rinse it off beforehand.
spoiler, they
cold, man.
They have
Yeah, it is.
that scene exists in Castle Rock, the show I really like by Stephen King,
With an ice cream scoop.
with ice cream scoop.
Wow. Did they do the little thumb thing when they get done?
Nah, they weren't.
Do you
they
want
weren't-
sprinkles?
They weren't rich. They don't.
Oh,
They don't have
really?
a fucking gadgets.
I know what to get you
That's a
guys
little
for.
fucking.
Press a button and the little thing just goes.
That's fancy compared to a regular old plastic scoop.
You know, you could just use your hands. Let's just fuck it. Just use your hands.
Yeah, bro.
Who needs silverware around
Who
friends?
needs to like portion out ice cream? You just eat it from the tub and you finish
That's
it.
true.
Like a fucking real human being.
Yeah, I mean, I could punish ice cream.
Yeah,
I
like
used to have it all.
I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. Pint or the box shape
I
thing.
ain't doing
just-
a half gallon, bro. I can eat a pint.
I can.
I'm not.
I mean, I probably could, but
yeah, I can, but I won't. But like, I'll use it. Like,
I just don't buy it. I have to buy things in the serving that I want to eat them in.
you know what? We bought some gallon ice cream lately. Tillamook brand.
yeah, I'm familiar.
It's good.
I didn't fucking thing.
Creamy.
It is creamy. It's I always, when I think of Tillamook, I think of that thick sliced, not thick, the shredded cheese in those big pieces.
Yeah.
I always think of them when I see
It's
them.
I think they're from Seattle or something, because I think Bill
are they?
wrote in and was like,
okay.
they've been out here forever.
Nice.
Yeah. And but they watch the first Universal Soldiers.
Joseph. Purpose?
I loved the movie as a kid.
The very first
with
movie.
Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren.
Okay, have you gone past that?
I'm familiar.
Because
They're bad.
Because Goldberg gets involved at some point.
At the fourth one, there's a second and a third one that has no Van Damme and no Dolph Lundgren in it.
Oh,
that came out in the same year.
That was prime direct-to-video time. And they probably filmed them at the same. They probably just filmed a bunch of shit and it's like, hey guys, I think we can get 2 out of this.
Well, the thing is, on I think Amazon, they have the same poster, like the same front image. I'm like, why did they have the same movie twice? One says Universal 2, one says Universal Studios 3. But then there's also a 4 and a 5 and a 6. I didn't realize it was a 6 with Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme. But you can't watch any of them past 1. Only the first one is free. The rest of them is rent to buy. I would watch more just for funsies.
Around the Universal Soldier universe
franchise. I mean,
is there anything else in
I
that
don't know, man.
universe?
I like the first one. Like, I think it holds up as like an old action movie.
The first one is acceptable, I'd say.
I mean, I just
time.
recently watched it. And like for an old action movie, it's perfectly fine. It's like no worse than any fucking like Schwarzenegger or a Stallone movie from the 80s.
You got to chill out.
Universal Soldier was one that actually started turning me off to action movies. Not because it was any worse than any of the others or any better or whatever.
You were just like, that's it.
But no, yeah, it was the age. It was the
That
age.
one.
It was the age. It was the age that I saw it, and because I used to watch all those.
Because I mean, it's less over the top. It's not like fucking people shooting fucking missile launchers and shit. It's like it's a pretty like intimate story about 2 people.
But I used to watch all those types of movies, like what was the one with Steven Seagal on the train?
Well, no, you should not watch
Under
anything
Under
with,
Siege.
Anything with Steven Seagal is awful.
But what I'm saying is, I used to watch all that.
But
shit.
those were all the same movie. Just changed 2
Cobra,
people.
Right.
Cobra
Right.
with Stallone.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about Seagal.
Commando.
Which
with-
one was the one where the NHL? There was like a hockey game involved, and I know that was also Michael Scarn, but that's not what I'm talking
But after that one, I was like, this movie's fine, and I was like, but I'm not feeling it. And and that was what was one of the things that like started derailing me from action movies.
I'm definitely not like into action movies like I used to. Like when it's just action movie with like no plot, I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I like I said, maybe because I have nostalgia feels for it. I think it holds up as just like an action movie. It has some stories to it. The acting was pretty. Dolph Lundgren in that movie like acted fucking well. I thought he did fucking great.
Dude's a legit genius.
Yeah, he is.
He's got like 2
unfortunately,
doctorates.
He's dying, but he's also
it sucks. I know that.
and I think maybe sometimes.
Guess what?
What?
We're all dying.
Not dying as much as Matthew Perry died. But we're all dying. From the moment you're born, you're dying.
Rest in peace. By
You're
the way.
gonna die.
I saw some meme that was pretty good.
I know. As soon as you were conceived, you were gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Because sometimes you see people with potential that doesn't go far, and you see other people with a lot less potential goes a lot farther. I mean, sometimes that's how it shakes out in life. I think Dolph Lundgren could have been great, but like I think because of the competition and whatever else in the 80s with other fucking action stars that like he didn't, and he had He-Man and shit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes like you pick one bad movie or whatever and you don't go, you get blacklisted.
I was trying to find
but you had sci-fi elements and shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure it did.
I thought it was cool. I think it also came out around the same time as Terminator, but it's not Terminator. So
I think it was.
But they weren't cyborgs. They were like bioengineered.
This has been my favorite Matthew Perry meme.
Oh my god, that is awful. But Jesus,
hey, no one told you life was gonna be this way.
but I know him from Fools Rush In. Him and Hayek. I love that.
I saw something. He said that's his favorite thing he's ever done.
Oh really?
Well,
we talk about this on the rom-com top 5.
I take that
love
back. He said it
movie.
was the favorite film he ever did. I would imagine Fringe just because of the piles of. He's like, I'm not allowed to say this wasn't my favorite thing I've ever done.
I mean, he's another stuff, but those are the only 2 things I really know him from. Because other things I see him all is that guy from Friends.
I don't know. I can't name anything else he was in either.
No, that sucks though. I wonder what happened. If he drowned, obviously.
So they said he had gone and played pickleball, and then he sent his assistant on an errand, and assistant came back, and I guess he was like in the hot tub, and then he drowned. So it could have been a multitude of things.
Yeah.
They said it did not appear to be, because he's had quite a battle with addiction. It didn't appear to be drug or alcohol.
But like hot tubs are. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but for certain,
he's in his 50s.
Certain demographics, hot tubs and saunas are deadly.
Yeah,
like you could just pass out and then you fucking you just die.
That's it.
Yeah,
especially if a good pickleball around. Yeah.
I mean, he could. I mean, like you do heavy exertion and then you
like
fucking
pickleball.
get to that temperature. Your fucking blood pressure drops. You pass out.
How about moderate exertion?
What are the side effects of pickleball? You may experience an overwhelming urge to buy shorter shorts.
Mild to moderate exertion.
I think a fucking rate of exertion is relative to the person.
It definitely is. A heart rate increase of 22%.
Because like a fucking a card game could be exertion. Bro, I've played video games in which like my heart rate goes up to like 180 because I'm so fucking stressed. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm just a fucking avid gamer.
Well, I will say,
like when you're fighting the same boss for an hour and a half.
Oh God!
And you get so fucking close,
Oh, and the game crashes. Yeah, and you lose every. Oh wait,
that's you. That's Phantom Liberty.
I did play more Mario Wonder this week as well. That I'm not sure about that game.
Yeah,
you wonder about that game.
I do have some. Yeah,
you wonder about it.
I don't know. I don't know who it's for, because some of the levels it's like, and they have ratings on how hard they are, but I'm like, well, if a 7-year-old plays this, I don't know he's going to be able to beat this level. Actually, he probably could, but
it's hard for you.
Some of it's just like there's puzzles and stuff, and I don't mind it. It's just like, what is this?
Yeah,
it's not. It's like you took Mario. I think it's a Mario Party and like a side-scrolling Mario game, put them together, which I enjoy both those things.
Not
the biggest Mario Party. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like you get turned into an elephant though. So then right on Yoshi as an elephant. It's pretty funny.
Pickleball.
That's the way I play Mario Kart.
I've played pickleball before. I enjoy it.
I had no idea. Like I was in Dick's Sporting Goods one day, and
it's a whole thing now.
There was like 16 feet.
Everyone's getting passionate about things.
$200 on the pickleball.
Cornholing is fucking a thing.
I love playing cornhole.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
And you get to say cornhole a lot.
But like, is ESPN fun?
Hey, the Ocho.
I saw this thing. It was like somebody doing an impression of Stephen Hawking's last moments.
Oh my god!
And then at the end of it, like he like went to sleep and it was like blum 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 blum.
Oh my god! With the windows. Kids don't even recognize that anymore. Does it still do that sound?
I don't know.
I don't shut down my computer anymore, so
it doesn't do that. I think it was probably like XP, maybe. I don't know.
No. We're talking about gaming and Unreal Engine. And there's like two main engines now, Unreal and Unity. Unreal being the main one that most people. Yeah, if you're playing a mobile game or something that's like not not top tier, it's probably Unity.
Oh, okay.
Everything else, everyone uses Unreal. And people like want their own proprietary engine, like Capcom used to use their own, but Square Enix used to use their own, but everyone moved into Unreal because it's just
CDPR
fantastic.
Is dumping the engine.
Exactly.
Say what you will about Cyberpunk, but the engine it runs on is actually really fucking good, and it's what The Witcher 3 is on too. It's the same game engine.
Yeah.
But they're going to 5.
Exactly. Everyone's
Unreal
going
5.
to Unreal. Like there's no reason not to.
I downloaded that just to see.
Yeah.
And it's literally
you can build your own game.
Trees, cave. I did a tutorial. It's like we're gonna build this door in this cave. I'm like, cool. It's like building with the Legos, bro. You just got to know where to grab the shit.
You can build,
or you can build your own assets.
Game.
But why would you do that when you're like
build your AI? Yeah.
I
build
what'll
my own
happen
assets
next?
just because, like, I want to build my own thing. But not the whole world,
right?
But
I don't know if it's out there yet. But soon it'll be. You put an AI create for 40,000 acre pine forest over. Going this direction.
No, you can do it. It's just it's procedural generated. You can do that now,
dude. I taught myself how to. All right, you were talking about giving people credit. Sorry, I'm jumping back a little bit. I put out a call to anybody who's used our dioramas for photos. I'm going to run a slideshow at Legion's Con of people's photos, and I'm going to give you credit. So I'm like, I got to put the ats on all these. So The Amazing sent me like 70 pictures, and I weeded it down to about 30. And I'm like, man, it's going to take forever. So I watched the video and I taught myself how to create an action. I didn't even know you could do this. An action in Photoshop. Basically, you set up the action. You have to name it, folders and shit. You basically record what you do and then save it and then apply it to a folder. And in like 30 seconds, it does all of it for you. I had no idea that was even out there.
Yeah.
Everything's procedure generated, man. Programming is amazing. But the problem is, like, eventually, like, people won't underprogram themselves anymore. But it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, like I was saying, Unreal, you can build your own game and shit. And a lot of people just being fans or just want to see the nuts and bolts have things like Final Fantasy VII or any fucking game in Unreal, and they go into it and they can look at all the assets, use assets. Mostly people, like I said, do use it for porn. They just import the characters and then like resculpt them or take the clothes off and resculpt them and then make 3D porn out of it, which is great. I watch those. But you can also make mods.
Yeah.
Because basically it's fanfic.
Right?
Because like Phantom Liberty is basically taking the engine and somebody's like, all right, let's make a bunch of shit and write a story and then add it to the game. So people do that for any
and I know that game in particular, and CD Projekt Red encourages mods.
Yes, modding is huge. It's one of the reasons to do PC game.
Yeah,
is for the mods.
Regular mod squad. You know what I mean?
My God, mod pizza is soggy. Just want to say that.
Really?
It's because it's my fault. No, it's my fault. It's my fault. When they were like, any amount of topping for the same price, I'm like, just put all the toppings on there. But the problem is you put too much toppings on a pizza.
The crust isn't dense enough.
It becomes soggy.
Yeah.
It's too much juice.
Yeah.
Oh, so juicy.
Yeah.
I don't mind the soggy pizza, but I like the combination. That's why I like pan pizza. You got the crust, the crunchy part on the outside, the soft bread in the middle, and then the gooey part on the cheese.
Yeah, but it's got to be. It just has to be able. Whatever it is, toppings, depth of crust, any of that shit. It has to be able to keep its structural integrity.
Yes,
that's the problem.
The whole top part slides off.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
That or the fucking it just rips into pieces because it's just so
when you can't just take a slice. Even it just like falls apart.
The black box pepperoni we had the other night.
Oh, Domino's black box.
I think it could have stayed in the oven another minute or two. It was a little bit too doughy.
You get from this Domino's?
Yeah.
This Domino's particularly undercooks the pizza. I always tell them to overdo it or like do it well done.
So I agree with you, but I think I like it.
Yeah.
I like it
I'm surprised.
on the black box specifically. I like it a little doughy.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you do like the doughy rolls.
I love the doughy roll.
It's coming up.
Yeah, I tell you, make that shit medium rare.
You like your shit undone like your fucking. You like your bananas green.
I do like my bananas green, dude.
This fucking man over here can't fucking talk to him with food.
Yeah.
No.
The fuck was I talking? Oh, so
Unreal, I think.
yes.
You got to break a banana in half.
you like to snap into like a Slim Jim?
Yeah, snap into a banana.
You just like when you just take a banana and
tear into the
tear it in
spice.
half, and it actually just snaps in half.
The beefy, juicy taste.
Because it's supposed to be mush and gooified if you try to snap a banana in half. No, he wants
much,
it.
guys,
He wants it like a fucking apple, crunchy.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you this real quick preemptive. But I like a firm banana.
I think you're the only person I know who likes a fucking green banana.
I think one of my kids does too. You know,
That's your fault.
Yeah, probably.
But to be fair, a banana stays raw longer than it's good ripe, so you have a longer window to eat it. Because the day it turns ripe is the day you have to eat it, because tomorrow it's fucking gross.
Tomorrow's banana bread, buddy.
What do you think about kissing your kids on the mouth?
I don't like it. Those little shits are, man, I don't trust them.
So I don't.
What about like Mason?
That would be great. Hey, have a good day.
At what age is that
I
inappropriate?
was watching something the other day, and
I see. That's my next question.
I don't. What's your?
I don't think I ever did.
No.
You know,
I don't
but
think
like,
I did either.
Now that actually ties into one of my thoughts of the week. But go ahead.
You know, like
Phil's thoughts?
that video,
Yes.
that Tom Brady video that like went viral for a bit.
Oh,
about,
yeah.
You know, like I just imagine like I have all girls, and not that should make I don't know. Maybe that's weird that makes a difference, but I feel like it makes a difference.
Well, and those kids' mother is European, so I don't think that even counts because they were built different.
Maybe, but regardless,
Giselle
he
Bundchen
definitely
or whatever?
did kiss him on the lips.
Oh no, I'm not doubting. I'm just saying.
And actually used it as currency. You know,
Okay.
like he was like, "Hold on, no, you can't, not without giving Daddy a little sugar."
I don't think he said it like that. I don't think he said that, but maybe.
But that, you know, he kissed him right on the mouth, and like I you know, hey, and I'm don't get mad
I
at
know
me.
it's not
I'm just-
abnormal, but yeah, it does seem a
what
little bit
about
weird.
what about Lil Wayne and Baby?
Yeah. Also, that's even different type of baby, I guess.
I guess. And there's a whole lot to that story apparently.
But I, for one,
baby.
like I'm a cheek. You know, and
Forehead?
and forehead, and top of the head.
Top of the head.
I'm a big top of the head kisser. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know, like,
you've been biding your time on that one.
in the foot, in the
Not
foot,
even
in
a
the
horn.
foot, in
Not
the
even a
foot.
horn for that one.
In the foot for the when I
Take a sniff.
I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I think I did, but when I took the Germans down to the White House, I was like, if you look closely, you might see Biden searching for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But like, I just think that like, and maybe it's fucked up on my part. Maybe I'm the one with the hang up, you know, because like the kiss should only mean what it means, right? It's like, it's not like we're making out, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a peck,
I've never kissed my kids on the mouth.
Never. Me neither.
And I was not kissed on the mouth by adults as a child. Think about it from that point of view. You know, that's just, I know it's your parents, but if your auntie comes by and like, give me some sugar.
Yeah. I definitely had like a, you know, an aunt or a grandma that tore my cheeks up, you know, but like,
That's to be expected.
so to speak on that, by the way.
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
But yeah, just curious. All right.
Well, this is one of my thoughts of the week. You can't be against incest if you want to fuck family members at the same time.
Why are y'all looking at me?
Or you are some kind of hypocrite. Not as in you want to fuck your family members. You don't want, if you want to fuck people who are family members at the same. You like people who want to fuck sisters or twins, especially, or like mom and daughter.
Oh, you're talking about at the same time?
Yeah. People want to do that, and I'm like, well, like then you're not against it.
Oh, so you think it's hate?
I think it's hate. I think it's hate. What do you think? This is my thought. One of my thoughts. I was watching porn this week.
It is interesting, right?
Because people, that's normalized, kind of, when you're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck both those sisters at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, well,
especially like twins.
Yeah. Are you incest? Are you like into incest then? Because that's what that is,
That's
right?
a great point, Joey.
But
This is why we sit at this table.
This is
All right?
why the spells are being cast.
so
It's like but hang on. I'm gonna reassign this, everybody. This is the speak and spell table.
yeah, that's right.
You hear it?
That was
it's the speak and spell table.
that was the different one I was at.
What did you have to say about this from Alabama?
As our Alabama representative.
Well, I've had this line in my head for a long time. Hey, the roots run deep, but the limbs are thin.
It's more like a family trunk.
Yeah.
So
It's like speed
Yeah,
dating at a family reunion.
What do you think about this take that you can't fucking be saying like incest
All right,
is
so
gross and I'm
here's-
not into like I think incest is bad, and then say it at the same time.
So here's ultimately how I feel about any sexual act. If it's between two consenting adults,
Or more.
or
Two
more, or more, if it's between consenting adults, go ham. I don't care.
Yes.
Now, now, hold on.
Okay.
Now, if we start having a whole bunch of strange ones running around, like hills have eyes, type
Oh
of-
no,
you know what I mean?
no. That's what. That's the thing. That's bringing a third party.
Correct.
Children are a third party,
Correct.
right? Like we don't. That doesn't count in
Correct.
the equation. Like,
Correct.
you don't want to bring anyone else. It's just
Correct.
between the adults.
So as long as it doesn't involve procreating,
yeah.
I'm good with it. I don't care.
I've always been too.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't. Maybe because I'm an only child, so I don't have that point of reference. I'm just imagining. I imagine that if you have siblings, like you have a more, I don't know, say about what you think about incest. I guess between siblings at least, because I don't have a sibling. Like, yeah, I fuck a hot sister, but I don't have a sister, so I can say that all I want.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, like,
because I can't imagine what it's like to have a sibling.
here's the thing: is like I have a sister, but I don't want to fuck her. But like,
She's only half though, right? So you can half fuck her.
How's that work? Is it like Two-Face?
I can only go in halfway.
Oh, instead of
Just the tip.
No,
Instead of
that ain't half, Joe. What are you doing?
instead of an assassin, you're a dick out.
So I think that like, but I imagine like if my sister was fucking Kim Kardashian or some beautiful woman, like would I be able to look at that and say like does a beautiful woman does their brother think to themselves like ooh gross?
Because you smelled their shit, and that's how I would look at it.
I don't have the point of view.
You don't have a.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just
smell
saying.
my wife's shit all the time.
I
We hang out
understand
with-
that, right? But that's not the romance of the whole thing. I don't know. It might.
It is for me.
It just takes. Listen, it just takes the romance. All the romance out of taking a shit. It just takes all the romance out of
Never
taking
gotten a
shit.
Blumpkin? It's not great, by the way.
Oh no, I
I had one, but like there was just to do it. It was not great.
I'm too much of a private shitter.
yeah, I am too.
I'm
Yeah.
a phantom shitter.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I make sure everyone knows. I'm going to the bathroom. There'll be 4 locked doors between you and me.
Yeah,
do not penetrate my sanctuary.
Yo,
knock, knock, knock. You almost done? It's only been 10 minutes. Of course I'm not.
Yeah.
because I look at a hot chick. And then, like, if that was my sibling, like, I'd definitely fuck her, but
Dude,
I don't have the point of view because she's not my sibling.
So weird.
So this is
Why is it you are the one who's saying this conversation's weird, Alabama?
No.
I
Trust me,
definitely
it's,
have cousins that I find attractive.
Me too. When I was young, I remember.
And when I was a kid, I think I did have a crush on him. But like I
Distant
knew.
cousins?
So no, it never. I mean, I would have.
I don't know why they called it that, by the way.
But I'd have been down as a kid. And. I might even give that bitch a ring today. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like, but
it's legal. Like second, at some point removed, like you're allowed to marry them.
It's like,
whatever,
if you got to
right?
find the 40K rule book on it, like go to the index and follow the code.
Because like I know you can't
is there
marry
a
first
is there a
cousins or whatever.
Horcrux involved somehow?
Because there is at some point, right, where like you've separated for. Because like at the end of the day, we all related. At some point in history, we came from. Even not Adam and Eve, because I don't believe that shit. But
Right.
like
even if it was, there's not a theory where we're not.
right. And there's no theory where we don't come from like
Right.
a small group of people.
Right.
By the way, like if you're into the Bible and you believe that shit, you're 100% okay with incest because we started with 2 people.
Right.
And they had kids, and all the kids fucked. They made
more kids.
Yeah.
I could go into a deep dive there.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't add up.
I mean, you had to introduce Lilith somewhere.
Well, like,
but that's still not enough fucking genetic diversity.
Well, here's the thing: is that like, so then there's Abel and Cain, right? And Cain killed Abel. And Pusha T had a lyric where he said,
I thought he was in the Bible. I thought he was
Cain and Abel were No Limit Soldiers, though.
yeah, that's true.
Cain was also the Undertaker's brother at some point.
He was also the lead character in Menace to Society. But there's a scene in Pusha T.
Cain's out there.
There's a scene where Pusha T said,
There's a Big Daddy, too, I think.
This lyric where he said, "For the days I wasn't able, there was always Cain."
Yep.
It's a hard line, back to that. So when he killed Abel, right, he was going to be cast out of there, and he was scared because they gave him the mark of Cain, and he was scared that other people would know that he was a murderer and try to kill him. So if he's scared that there are other
people,
then there's other people.
Yes.
You know, like,
it's very confusing.
Yeah. Anyway,
but yeah.
So I think, like, you know, it's
is it taught? Is incest being bad taught to us?
Huh? Say that sentence again.
So, like, if it's not uncommon, I guess not siblings, right? But I feel like it's relatively common. I've heard many people that had crushes on the cousins, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it is a distance thing. I don't know if it's a distance thing or being raised with a sibling thing. I don't know what it is.
Well,
but at some point it becomes gross.
Yeah.
What if
and Oedipus? Is it Oedipus complex?
That's with your mom.
A lot of people have had crushes on their moms before they became adults, right?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Freudian thing.
And then the Freudian thing is that you end up marrying someone like your maternal caregiver,
or the other way around,
or the other way around, which I think is true. Like my grandmother and my wife have a lot in common in terms of how they treat me. You know what I mean? Like it's very similar.
Yeah. So, I mean, but anyway,
if she it sounds like if I was with Krista, she would be more like my mom.
Yes. So I want everyone, all you listeners out there, stop hating on incest and think about it.
I don't think that should be our message.
That should be the title of this show.
Stop hating.
Let's talk about incest. No, re-examining incest.
Re-examining incest.
That should be the title. And I guarantee you this will be our number one show ever. Not only in Russia, but also Ukraine,
and other countries.
Alabama,
Israel, the Gaza Strip. They're all going to be talking about this.
Yes.
Redefining incest. A conversation. That should be the name of the conversation.
But I mean, like a lot of these fucking random thoughts of mine like are funny and shit. But there's substance to it for something to fucking think about.
Listen, we could make substance out of
psychology
of it. Don't worry, we could.
But I mean, we got here because I was talking about Unreal Engine, and then I don't know how we. But let me finish the Unreal.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Incest is Unreal, but. People love games so much. Like I recently downloaded a mod for Final Fantasy VII. So it's a huge game, right? It's full of assets. It's long. There's a group of people who reskinned the entire thing because that game was originally made for the PlayStation, and then they ported it to the PC. And you know, PC are much more powerful than the PlayStation.
Oh, I've heard. Yeah,
yes.
I've heard.
So people retextured every single model, every single asset in that game. So it looks like much better. Completely better, but that's fucking love to me. That the effort to do that.
Have you seen any of those memes about the like Xbox not having the Spider-Man game? Oh, dude,
Spider-Man's killing it.
They've been great. Like there'd be like people in a car like singing and dancing to like whatever. So like what I mean, whatever, some happy ass song like "Ooh baby, do you know that?" And they're like dancing and jiving and everything. And then they look over, they look over to the passenger seat. They have a PlayStation like written on their shirt. And then like they look over to the passenger seat, and it's just that dude in the skull mask from Call of Duty sitting there like this, and it's his Xbox on his shirt.
Yeah, I've seen. Love it. Actually, so I didn't understand it till right now, but yeah, I've seen it.
So good.
But that was my week. Just thinking about incest.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah.
Thanks for haunting my mind for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I like it. Well, not incest.
Here comes this.
But
maybe.
But maybe.
Because that's the thing. That's the thing I think about, right? I think about
a conversation.
Like, remember, like when Angelina Jolie and her brother like kiss on the mouth. Someone was kissing.
Well, what about
kiss
when
on
you
the
have
mouth.
what about Papa was a Rolling Stone. And because this has happened.
Oh yeah, no,
where people end up falling in love,
and they found out they were
biological half siblings.
So like it's definitely
23andMe has ruined many a family.
So like it has to do with environment. It's not just fucking genetics that you're not into.
It's just fucking. That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's what's causing all of this.
It's fucking.
Yeah, boners are causing all of these problems.
Dude,
wet vaginas too.
Yeah,
probably more the boners, but yeah. Let's see,
because they have projectiles.
Yeah. And
some of the others do, but mostly just the men.
I don't really
skill set.
have anything from my week other than
even less than us.
Yeah, other than I've been drawing more.
Drawing,
and it's been kind of good. I'll tell you one other thing. Like I noticed something recently. Do you have a flaw that you're like, fuck, this has been here though. This is a flaw that I've had my entire life. And like whenever it like comes up, you're like, fuck, there it is. Like there you are doing that thing again. Like this is an ongoing issue for you.
Well, not as much anymore, but like I've talked on the show before how women have always been an issue for me. Like you talking about the guy who finds a girlfriend and you don't see him for months. That was me. The guy who like
the ghost,
who would like do anything for the chick and be quote unquote whipped or whatever.
Yeah, dude, just shut your simp ass up.
You'd be at the Sky Club getting her 7 plates of food and make her a special drink.
Yeah, I would like my own plate if I may.
If I may,
there's a couple that you. Yeah,
it's okay. If I can get
mine is careless mistakes, like just fucking careless mistakes.
What about careless whispers?
Yeah, I was gonna think the same thing.
So no, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna stop dancing. But like. I just notice it all the time. Like, and I used to do it in school when I was a kid, and
when you're just rushing through, like,
like
with
just
the spray
rushing
painting of the detox, and
that
you just can't wait.
That's so impatience is directly correlated.
Yeah, I think so.
To my carelessness, but like it's also absent-minded. Like it's all three of those things kind of form. I think my biggest overall flaw is that like
that's a superpower, Bobby.
yeah. Super flaw. But it's the same reason why I make mistakes in reviews and all that kind of shit. It's all the same type of shit, right?
Just going through the motion.
Yeah, or just being careless, just not paying attention.
Yeah.
But I've noticed recently at work, I've been making some careless mistakes, and it has been troubling to me because it's not like I'm not giving a fuck. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, like you fucked up there to myself. Mm-hmm. And how did that happen? And why is it happening so frequently? Nothing crazy, but to me, I'm concerned about it because I'm not usually a fuck up, and I'm starting to see this pattern of small fuck ups. And I don't know if it's
new or is it always been existing, and now you pay more attention to it.
No, it's new, and I don't know if it's
blame it on COVID.
I don't know if it's age.
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
I don't know, but I'll give you an example. I was driving a mopping vehicle recently, and I'm a pretty cautious driver, right? There's other people in there with me. They have families, and it's heavy equipment.
It's unwieldy.
I'm a cautious driver, and I hit not crazy hit, not like boom, but like I scuffed up against a recycling bin, right? Mm-hmm. And there's some other kind of element. I could go through like why it happened, and and make it maybe excuses or reasons or whatever the case may be, but it did happen. Regardless, it happened, and I didn't even realize it. Like the guy who was sitting in the passenger seat was like, "Hey, you just hit that recycling bin," and I was like, "Are you serious?" Like I didn't even realize it.
I mean, it's more excusable, right? Because you didn't even.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to, but that's just one.
Yeah,
and there's been a few.
Yeah.
And
have you re-examined where your head was at the time? Were you not thinking about driving?
I don't know.
Were you thinking
like now I'm too far removed.
Because that's generally like you're not in the moment.
Yeah, but I got to get on top of that shit. So tomorrow's a new day and shit. But
that's the thing, kind of thing that's hard, right? Like that's a subconscious thing. It's not like you need to care more,
right?
It's not like it's a thought pattern thing. Mm-hmm. Just like when I was talking to Krista about driving, it's like, well, I can't fault her for this. She's not even thinking about that. It's not like she thought about it and didn't give a fuck. Like,
right.
No, she didn't even think about it. How do you make someone think about something they're not thinking about?
Right.
Well, I think driving, I mean, obviously professional driving is a little different, but do you often remember driving home from work? You're like, oh, I'm
right.
home.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on the same road that you've been on over and over and over again, like to and from work, and all of a sudden look around and was like, have I seen that house before? Mm-hmm. Did I pass my exit?
Yeah.
But you haven't. You just have never fucking paid attention.
You're amping up and decompressing. You know?
Just a couple little things here and there.
Hey, Bobby, I have a question.
Yeah.
How long have you had that vape? That particular unit, do you know?
I don't.
I just, this is a strange thing to say, but I'm absolutely loving the way it's aging. But no, it looks like a lightsaber. Look, it's got the edges where it's got this and this little part here where he picks at. I don't know. It just, it looks badass.
Yeah.
Never get another one.
Never change. I had the opportunity to look at that RoboSend Grimlock this week.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed at I know now beyond a shadow of a doubt what makes those things cool is the transformation.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So this is my fourth one. I've been inspired and kind of tempted lowercase t but at the very least sort of in awe of two of them, and they both transform. And two of them I'm kind of like waste.
Right.
You know? But seeing that thing do its fucking thing, man, I'm like, God damn, like that shit's fucking cool. You know, like, and it's like it makes like, you know, like the shredded wheat commercial when like the kid in you loves the sugary side. And
yes.
Yeah.
You know, like you can feel the child in you laughing. You know what I mean? Like really enjoying it. Like it's a strange thing.
I think it's especially for you because like, I don't know. Not that you lost, not as a negative, but you don't have that as much as some of us who just love robots, like as you would say.
Right.
Like when we see a cool robot, we have that all the time. You don't have that, so like it takes these special moments for you to have that.
And you know those I've seen the Grimlock in person, and I've messed around with the Prime.
So small.
You know, they're really cool, but after you've done that for a couple hours, you've got a $1,200 statue.
Couple minutes.
That doesn't look good.
Well, if you got the kids around and then
The Grimlock looks all right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a statue for $1,200. You could do better.
No,
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think the problem with those things is that for a guy like me, that's like, because you can do shit, like you can create. You can program.
That's what,
So like if you're into that shit,
right,
it's gonna pay out for you in droves, right?
Yeah,
but like for a guy like me, it's like, man, I'm not sitting down with I hate fucking getting on my phone now. You know, the last thing I want to do is sit down on that motherfucker and program some shit. Right. You know, like have them come down the steps like Fred Astaire. You know, like but
top
like,
hat and all.
Yeah, but like for those people, I think it's cool. But for me, I just know the novelty of it would wear off. But there's something incredibly endearing about it, like satisfying about it that I like. I
mean, it's the same reason I think why I can speak for probably people like me who likes or need their Transformers to transform, because that's the element of it. It has to be with that cool factor for me to be able to turn it from one thing to another.
Yeah. No, and I get that too. I think what it is that it's something that has always been impossible.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's something that my mind always wanted to see.
Sure.
You know, and like you can see it in a movie, but it's a screen between you. You know, you're still disconnected. But when you see it in real life, it's almost like, I mean, it's more similar to the fucking twin twist and runabout and run amok, you know, where you wind them back and let them go and they flipped up. It's like it's the
Battle Chargers.
There you go. It's more similar to the first time you saw that and it actually worked, which was another whole problem. But
I liked Flywheel. It's my favorite.
But like it's more similar. The feeling is more similar to that than, and especially with that, you're like, man, if only the cooler ones did it. Yeah. You know
who's really like, this is really going to affect the stop motion animators. Both of those guys are going to be really hurting because of these automatic robots,
especially with Grimlock.
Speaking of Transformers,
there's some I know, all kidding aside, there's some really fucking good stop motion.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there are. I'm just being ridiculous.
Yeah, there's one Dragon Ball guy I follow that like that's fucking great work. I don't know, it's magic to me.
Yeah,
those guys. I mean, I've watched some behind the scenes and that. It's just crazy how long it takes. Is it 3-0 that does the MDLX line?
Yes.
Did you see that sideswipe they posted yesterday?
I've seen their sideswipe before. It looks great, right?
Man, you know, I'm kind of I get some of that line.
Yeah,
but I'm going to pick that one up. It just looks like a fun toy.
I looked at their Rodimus recently. It was good.
Yeah, I've got two of the Primes. I got the Nemesis and the regular Prime and the Bumblebee. I like them. Yeah, the Prime's got some fiddly bits like the hip flaps.
Yeah, the hip flaps are an issue on Rodimus as well.
Yeah.
Trying to think, and I don't really know. Like there was, Halloween carving pumpkins, all that shit. Oh, so this is my fucking goof troop ass family. So they're like they can't fucking wait, right? Like they can't. Like there's some things I very seldomly take the lead on family events. You know, I take the lead when it's me and a kid or me and my wife.
Right.
But I very seldomly take the lead on the family shit. But I take the lead on a few things, pumpkin carving being one of them.
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, look, I got to find the carving kits.
Yes.
You know, otherwise we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So give me a minute, get the trash bags laid out, do all that stuff. You can start drawing on your pumpkin, but just wait for me. It takes me maybe 6 minutes to find the kit. I come back upstairs, no drawing on the pumpkins have been done, and they're already, my wife included, cutting into the top of the pumpkin. And there's no key in the carving on the top of the pumpkin. And the hole is small as fuck.
To scoop?
To scoop.
Oh,
so
no.
I come up and I said, I asked you guys to wait. So now, enjoy. And they said, oh, what do you mean? We were just carving the top. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Doesn't work. It's not going to work out.
I sat down with my pumpkin.
Yeah.
Carved it. Went smashingly. No pun intended. And was done. And while I'm drawing and everything, I hear, oh, the hole is too small.
Yo,
I can't even get in the scoop. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, and guess what? There's no fixing it.
Nope.
You can't make it bigger now.
I mean, you can cut out a ring, but I guess
the fucking top won't sit in it.
Nope.
You know, like it's just like little shit like that drives me fucking nuts.
That's funny because there's some shit you personality wise you would do because you just can't fucking wait.
Yeah, I think, but mine has been through trial and error. Like I've been down.
You know your own shit.
Yeah,
like,
you guys had the jack-o'-lanterns out, and I said, we didn't carve pumpkins this year. We didn't even buy pumpkins with intentions to carve, which is normally what happens.
Oh, we're growing pumpkins.
We didn't even,
because last year.
You're growing pumpkins?
Inadvertently, but not purposefully, I guess. Because last year we had pumpkins out, and then at the end of the day we just fucking threw it in the backyards because we don't give a fuck about backyards. We have a fucking pumpkin plant back there.
Really?
Which gave pumpkins.
Gave pumpkins. It's giving.
Yeah,
it's giving.
There's pumpkins out.
Pumpkin.
Like a month ago or so. There's pumpkins outside.
Because it's Halloween, it just happens. What if
that's amazing.
No, seriously, what if you grew up in your house, like you just pumpkins, like your family just threw the pumpkins from last year. So every year had pumpkins, and then you move somewhere else, you're like, where's the pumpkin patch? Like, what are you talking about?
No one ever told
There's
you.
not a pumpkin patch. It's just your family throws the garbage in the backyard.
But it's amazing, but it's also just how nature works. You
That's
fucking
literally
put a fruit
how it
on the
works.
ground and it grows into a fucking plant.
Yeah, that's nuts. So we last year was the first year that we didn't carve pumpkins because it just got away from us. We had the pumpkins to carve, but it got away from us. So this year we just knocked them right out, and I think my wife's mother grew these pumpkins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, so like maybe next we'll have more pumpkins now that we know it's doable. She was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go through a process. I'm gonna seed them, like de-seed them." I'm like, "No, why would you do that when you just threw pumpkins outside and grew pumpkins?
Right.
Do the same thing,
right?
And it's a lot less work.
Yeah,
and as nature intended."
I guess so,
I don't think. Well, I guess squirrels or whatever shits out their seeds.
Yeah.
And help grow shit, but otherwise the apple doesn't fall far from the tree is a thing, right?
So to speak.
Yeah.
So to speak.
And I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's really popped up.
Just
what did I do this? Selena knocked home the 2 runs that won their final game.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know, like fucking it makes me fucking so proud. She's killing it out there. They won her on travel and shit, but I don't think we're doing that quite yet.
Wow.
Because she's
that's an endeavor.
She's becoming an elite player on rec, and it's like building her confidence. It's making her a better, more aggressive player. And I just as this is happening, I don't want her to go and be a weak link on a travel team. You know, like I want her to.
Oh yeah,
it's a fine line to figure out, man.
Yeah.
Crystal always said that like she did not enjoy being the dumbest kid in AP class.
Right.
Like she was too smart for the regular class.
Right.
And when she got put in AP, she was the only one. She was struggling more than everyone else. She was like, I'd rather be the smart kid in the dumb class than the dumb kid in the smart class.
That happened to me with AP classes in high school. I was in there like a month. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Can you put me with the boneheads across the hall? And they did.
We're like happy to have
and that's
you.
where we had the prostitute as a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
I digress.
Hot. Nice. Did you get to bang the substitute teacher? That's a thing.
Well, somebody
you get to pay
somebody
to.
tried to.
Because I think because I went to vocational school I had to take 4 sciences. I may have had to take 4 maths, but I had to take 4 sciences. But I'm not good at that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a fucking idiot. So like I was like, I think
that
I
was
took,
before you knew what an email was.
Yeah. Well, I think that was before the world knew what email was.
Oh, okay.
But like I took environmental science in 9th grade, which you're supposed to do, biology in 10th grade, which you're supposed to do, and then you're supposed to go chemistry, and then you're supposed to go physics.
Physics, yeah.
But I took intro to chemistry and physics the 3rd time, and then chemistry for the 4th one in order to circumvent the system because I knew physics was going to fuck me up. You know, they started throwing math into science, like it's getting out of control. Yeah. Okay. So let me see if there's any notes. There is the ape trailer. Have you seen the ape trailer?
What ape trailer?
There's a new ape movie coming.
Like
A 4th one?
Planet of.
Yep. I will pause it and
Let's watch it.
Yeah.
You can hold it over your head like that guy with the boombox in that one movie.
Yeah.
Don't say anything though.
I won't. It's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
How?
So that's
Nothing better than some monkey madness.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, here's the thing. Like, I want to say how I feel about this. First of all, just talk about the trailer. Like, the apes are obviously far more advanced. Like, they're not talking like, you know, like apes. They're talking like proper English,
Proper American.
Yeah. You know, they which I dig. You know, this is the first time we're seeing like humans just out of. You know, they're no longer competitors. They're now prey.
Right.
So that's interesting to me. But so here's outside of that, I think it looks great. I am excited, which is a weird feeling because I haven't felt excited for a film in some time.
You love
Well, you
this
have
franchise.
5, 6 months before the disappointment comes. So keep that energy, Bobby. Keep that energy. Who's directing that? Do you know?
I don't know.
I mean,
look and see.
you should be scared because like there's only another opportunity for someone to fuck up something you love.
So that's my next statement. I am also terrified that they are going to destroy yet again something
Another
that I
thing.
think is fucking perfect. Like the only thing I can compare it to is that they were like, you know, The Dark Knight Rises again. How I would feel about
Dark
that.
Knight Rises. One more time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have fucking the Robin be the new Batman or whatever, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like when something is great, you can only risk to fuck it up instead of leaving it alone. But you can never leave things alone as a money making endeavor.
Yeah.
Like
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, it's just natural for people to want it at the same time. But like just like dying young, man. Sometimes you want to like have things that you want more of instead of having things that you have too much of. It's I don't know. That's just how I feel about things.
How did you like the Maze Runner trilogy?
Oh no.
The amazing Maze Runners.
How did you? I've never seen any.
I've never seen it either.
Well, that's
I talked about this. I think
the guy
last
who
year.
directed it's directing this film.
I remember and it wasn't great because it's a YA movie, but I mean I remember it looking good.
I mean, he has done those movies and this. That's it. So
I mean it makes sense. It looks the part.
Who wrote it?
Yeah, that's the more important part because he can shoot a thing. He can shoot a thing.
Josh Friedman, Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silver, and Patrick Yazon.
What did they write?
Let's see. Josh
Are
Friedman
they
wrote.
the like second stringers because everyone's on strike or what?
Let's see. Okay. Well, he wrote the Steven Spielberg War of the Worlds.
With Tom Cruise.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
the
I
Black
didn't watch that.
Dahlia.
That's supposed to be good, right?
I think that's supposed to be good.
It's like he did some work on the Avatar movies, and who's a Rick?
No way. Okay, the blue guys, not the Airbender guy.
Yeah.
Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver. Oh, okay. Here we go. They did Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Rise, Dawn, War.
Okay, so they did the original writers.
Okay.
They were involved.
All right. I'm back in.
But they also wrote Jurassic World, so keep that in mind.
All right.
But doesn't look like any of the sequels. And then there was one other person. Yeah, they don't even have
like
a...
people look at directors, but I'm more interested in the writers than the director.
So the characters are... It says the characters are based on Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, which are those two I just spoke of.
Okay.
And then premise is suggested by the original work. So looks like you might be in good hands. We'll see what Mr. Rip is. We'll see if he drops the West ball.
Yeah, I just hope that
There's some weird looking people in this.
I hope he doesn't fuck it up. But the other ones are great, and it's the same writing team. Like, I have faith, you know, because they really understand the heart of that fucking
Well,
world.
I guess it would be nice.
Yeah, be nice to have something
I could
good.
touch him.
You know, can you imagine a world It's like seeing
In the world.
seeing some. You know what? They probably fucking wrote it during the strike.
It's that scab money.
Anyway, another thing that is kind of like, once again, not used to being excited about, came out of nowhere, couldn't believe it. Black Series has finally announced a kid Anakin.
Oh, no helmets and fucking a new body and
Douche your papa saboba.
my God.
and a young pliable Padme.
Yeah.
That's the word. I came up with that word the other day in relation to people. My wife was trying to get me to do, and I said, "Well, I'm very pliable right now, so whatever you want to do."
Nice.
We also, to counteract that, are getting a holiday special Chewbacca, Life Day Chewbacca with a robe.
Yep.
Because that's what everybody's looking for.
Is that vintage or Black Series?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It came across my radar.
Sometimes the vintage is so fucking good that you can't tell at first glance. You know,
right. It's
So the Padme as well. The kind of like storming the castle, red, like burgundy colored outfit. So which makes a second Padme, and it's funny because. Tyler, you and I have had multiple conversations because this is the first time that we've got a second Padme aside from the vintage collection.
right.
And we've always kind of discussed what is the second one to do.
So the first one was episode 2.
First one's episode 2.
And this is episode 1.
This is episode 1.
When she does the fake out.
Yeah.
And then pulls the gun and says, "Ha! Gotcha, bitch."
And I have always said that it's probably either that one, the burgundy suit, or the desert like tunic pants from when she goes to Tatooine.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
You know who I really want to figure of? A communication breach could only mean one thing: invasion.
God, that guy, Sid. Is his name Sid?
I don't know. He was also in Game of Thrones, and he basically played the same character.
Or Bib, something like that. It's like Sib Bibs, something like that.
Sibby
Bibbity. It might be something. Now I have to find it.
More important than the best boy grip.
Yeah. So we have what is it? The communications
could only mean one thing:
disruption. I'm gonna see how long. Fuck it. Shins can only mean one thing.
Quote.
I
Character.
bet you it'll pull it up.
Yeah. Google's pretty smart, man.
C.O. Bibble.
Sibiddle Bibble. Good for him.
C.O. Bibble. C.O. Evil. That came out funnier in my head than it actually did.
Wow.
Let's see what else. I don't think so. The only other thing that I have really to talk about notes wise is R.I.P. to Richard Roundtree of Shaft fame. Legendary, iconic character, and Isaac Hayes, the music, all that shit. Like
we already R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
Yep, R.I.P. Matthew Perry as well. We got the jokes off. I feel like a little bit heavier on the Matthew Perry side, but yeah, R.I.P. to him as well.
Have you guys ever seen that first Shaft movie?
The
one that hit with
the
him
70s one? No, I haven't.
Oh my God, it is worth watching.
I bet.
Especially now because it's so over the top.
Just cancel everybody.
He's just shooting dudes and fucking bitches. I mean,
that's what everyone wants.
It's phenomenal.
Shooting dudes and fucking bitches, blowing bubbles and talking shit.
That's what it's all about. That's all I do in that new Mario game.
We don't have a whole lot of questions either, but I will go ahead and ask the ones we do have. All right. This is from Kev. Kev says, "Bad luck, Chuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't staying stuck. I'll hop in my truck, find me a nasty bitch, have her give me a suck. Oh, wait.
That funky chopper sound.
Yes. Hope you and yours are all doing fantastic. Sorry to hear about all the car troubles. Those are the biggest pain in the ass. Chris, he's like, C-K? It's K. I feel you, brother. I'm going to need a car to move states soon, too. That being said, any tips on how to buy a car and not get screwed would be great.
Doesn't know yet.
If it doesn't turn into a robot, I don't know shit. As far as I know, everything under the hood looks good. Oh, there's a piece missing? Well, how about that? All my cars have been hand-me-down, so I just realized I've never bought a car from an external source.
Huh.
Yikes. I don't know. The tips are right now. It's just probably wait as long as you can because the interest rates will come down eventually. And the amount of inventory at these dealers, like we mentioned, it's
not sustainable.
They're bursting at the seams.
It's not fucking sustainable.
I mean, what happens is
it'll be interesting to see because they just the auto body workers have kind of started to settle also.
Yeah, they have,
and that increase. To see how that's going to trickle down.
Well, and the thing is that people aren't buying and they have a quota to meet to get their bonuses. They're going to keep on pumping out vehicles until there's going to be a gridlock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have, for the situation that works out for me, it's probably going to make more sense just to lease something because I'm not going to be driving more than $10,000 a year. I'm literally going to go to the airport and come over here, and that's about it. Run some errands, but
yeah, and I mean,
no long hauls.
How much is a lease?
You can get in a lease about $350 or so.
Yeah, it's like half the prices of a fucking car payment these days. It makes payment. It makes sense to fucking
especially if I'm not going to be putting a lot of miles on it,
and possibly lease to own option, right?
Yeah, at the end of it, you could buy it if you wanted to, or just get another lease and not have to. I want the peace of mind
the beauty
more
of
than
it
anything.
Lease,
I bought a car from CarMax.
Same.
And I loved it.
I love their chapstick, man. It's a weird thing. It's kind of like Yamaha. They make motorcycles and pianos.
Same with Mitsubishi.
I
loved.
Do they still make cars? Actually, I don't even know.
Daewoo, Mitsubishi still makes cars. Yes,
they make cars and air conditioners.
Yes,
I loved my experience there though.
Good.
Yeah.
Like I loved not having to fucking barter and negotiate and just like the price is the price.
There are multiple car places.
Do you want it or not?
A lot of places do
Fitzgerald's. That's why I usually buy a car from a dealership. Fitzgerald's don't do bargaining either. It's like
I like that. I like that. I prefer that.
Yep.
Because I can't. Anytime I had to barter, I always leave thinking I got fucked.
I just leave.
Even if at first I don't think I got fucked. When I get in the car to go home, I'm like I probably got fucked on that.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the nitty gritty. I was thinking of Joey's talk about God told me to do it scenario, and I think I figured it out after the week I had. Let me tell you. I was supposed to get a package last Saturday with supplies to start my next build. Never showed up. I let that shit slide. Got a notification on Tuesday that it will arrive today, I hope. Ordered the Full Metal Alchemist box set on sale at Amazon. Shipped out yesterday. Woke up and it's been refunded. Apparently the carrier lost it in less than a day. It's cool. They're still available at the same price. Fellas, I ride my bicycle to work. Every now and then I get a flat. It's annoying, but I adjust my route, avoid trees, leaving thorns everywhere. Bobby, ask me.
There's some trees that leave thorns everywhere, so you don't want to pop. You look confused for a second.
Yeah. Bobby, ask me how many flat tires I got yesterday. Go ahead, ask. I'll wait. Did you say 1? No. That ain't enough. 2? Bobby, I wouldn't be wasting your time with 2 flat tires. Bitch, I got 3 flat tires.
You get 3 flat tires with 2 wheels.
Bobby, I want you to go to your garage and check your bike. It's cool. Again, I'll wait. Go ahead. Again. All right. Now, let me ask you, because I'm just dying to know, how many tires does your bike have?
That's always one.
Because I'm looking my shit dead in the eye, and it's got 2 goddamn tires on it. Jesus Christ. All right, God. Message received. Obviously, you want me to kill somebody. But seriously, fellas, I've been wanting to write in for a while and just haven't had the time. I've been working on and producing my own YouTube channel and brand for a few years, and I'm almost at a point where my channel can go live. Plus, I work a full-time job, so time is limited. Y'all already know. I got an Instagram and TikTok, and I've been working on the meantime as well, but I'll mention more in the future message. I want an excuse to write back. That being said, Bobby, I know how you feel about accounts with more than 400 followers, so I will say this. Less than 100 followers on Instagram and less than 10 on TikTok. I'm very exclusive. All right. I figured after this week I could use a quick break to write in and see how y'all are doing. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Much love, Kev. No, I
don't know, man.
Yeah.
I hope things go better.
Good luck with your endeavors.
The thing with everything on a shit is, it can only get better most of the time.
Yep. Most of the time.
Then he wrote back in.
Oh, shit.
He said, hey, fellas, sorry for the second email. Little something I'm working on just for fun. Just wanted to show it off. Hope you and yours are doing well. And it's a picture of almost a South Park-styled George Lucas that says, please welcome our new face of Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, and then a picture of Ahmad Best wearing the Jar Jar suit saying, hiya.
What the fuck?
What? That's clever.
So there you go. And that's it.
Wow.
That's all we got this week.
So, hey, guys, if you and gals, if you do want to send in questions,
you can email us at nerdrageradiomail@gmail.com.
Might as well let the ride out because
I did book my trip to Japan already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Next year, maybe 3 like 3 weeks in May.
3 weeks in
May.
May. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know what I'm doing next year yet. I can't sit with that shit until January. I'm getting ready to enter crunch time, just content wise and stuff, because like the end of the year, all the best and worst and all that kind of shit. It always comes at this time. And
I have a question about that, Bobby. How do you keep up that? Do you have a list all year that you keep up with?
So I haven't in the past, and I've always hated myself for it. And this year is the first year where I have kept a list.
So even like when we talk about our whatever top 5, whatever here, I'm like, I don't remember everything I got. So and every January I'm like, I'm gonna keep up with it. Nope. Yeah. Nope. I'd probably better just to go through my Amazon and my BBTS and figure out what I bought and what I looked at.
Yeah, there was a question that I was asked this week that I was going to forward on, but now I just can't remember it for the fucking life of me.
I mean, you have been keeping up with the best of though this year.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been doing it in groups of 10, so we're coming up on another batch, and I might call
what episode is this?
427 or 428. 428.
Been doing this for a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Long in the tooth.
And I think, unless I can remember that question.
Write it down when you remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, because I always pen down my thoughts of random thoughts. Like if you want to talk about something, I do have another question.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like the insights question, because the random thoughts come in my head. Dead bodies, they're either sacred or they're not. I just want to know where we stand, because I think what it comes down to my brain wise, I always get stuck on hypocrisy because I hate it. So when I see it, I mean, that's why I'm so against a lot of things that prevents progress, as in things getting better because of tradition or whatever, because it's hypocritical to me. So dead bodies wise, I think I saw an article, they were unearthing some mummies and opening caskets and checking the bodies out. And I'm like, well, how would you feel if that was you or someone you care about? One. So is it a time? Is it, or we just don't give a fuck because it's not somebody we know? Or how does that work? That it's okay for us to be like, we found a fucking tomb. Let's dig the motherfucker up, open them up, unwrap this bitch, and x-ray him.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right? Because that's what we do. Yeah. And then also, let's fucking cut a little piece and DNA sample this motherfucker. No consent or nothing, right? Because we don't know fucking...
Yeah. I think they are sacred, but I also think there is a time limit. And the time limit doesn't affect whether or not it's sacred or not. It's still sacred. But if we can learn something from it, if it's been... I don't know the time yet. I need time. I need time to think of the time. I'm going to say 1,000 years.
Are these? I don't know how old mummies are.
Yeah, they're at least
Are
they at least 1,000? Because I don't know how long
they're longer than 1,000, right? Because the Bible, the pyramids predate the Second Testament, the New Testament.
Yeah, and mummy people still do that. So
because
I say you have to dig deeper than 6 feet. Then
deeper than 6 feet. I mean, that's not a bad. That's not actually not a bad.
I look at it this way.
Because the sediments do build up.
We've talked about this before. I am this saline solution that's in my skull and this mass of fat. This is my fucking exosuit that I live in.
Yeah, we're not.
So once I'm done with this exosuit, it's in the ground. You're not there anymore. I don't ever look at a body and be like, man, that's my friend Jim. No, it's not. It's where Jimmy lives.
Yeah. So I feel that
he took shitty care of that.
I feel that way too. But at the same time, like my grandmother was cremated, but
and you kept with her.
Yeah, I kept.
You won't ash her,
and I won't.
Yeah, that's it.
But if she was buried, I bet you better keep my fucking hands off me.
Right. So it does matter at some point.
So the pyramids were built 2550 to 2490 BC. Okay. So about 4,000 years ago. So and
that's all been uncovered basically in the last 200 years.
So I feel like
motherfuckers are eating them at some point too. Remember that?
Yeah. So I just found that out.
Oh, it's the thing. We were short on mummies because people used to eat mummies.
The Brits.
Yep.
It was the Brits.
It was like a delicacy.
Tea
kind
and
of
crumpet.
That's and their food is still trash to this day.
That's why they were okay with eating mummies.
Yeah.
There weren't much difference. Like you thought it was Chinese. The
Beans on
Chinese are fucked up when they come to eating things.
Yeah.
But the Brit fucking
Yeah, the Brits go hard. Boy, I'll tell you, that little island just running rampant in the world. But
mummy magic.
But I think that like you know I think that there's something about it. There's something about learning about your ancestry and stuff, and like you know like the human species. So like
But I mean, yes, but we learned a lot. I guess with each new one you unearth, you might want to learn, might be something new, but it's not like a new kind of fucking tomb or whatever. It's just more mummies.
Right, yeah. Right.
There were a lot of mummies.
Yeah.
Just not a lot of them now because we ate them.
Yeah, but like they put like you know you even to find out that like how they got all the fucking
brains out,
shit out, like you know the organs out and stuff.
But we
like,
know that now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that like to get that bit of information to our modern world, I think. Because that now it'll be recorded until there's a fucking holocaust, a nuclear holocaust of sorts.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean,
Same thing happened.
Or the apes take over.
Where the apes take over, some sort of like you know genocide of human species type thing. It's gonna be recorded forever. So like for that, like just to know that bit of history about our species, I think has value.
Okay, and like I understood that with the Iceman. Remember when they found the one single?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's cool. Like no attachment. This guy just fucking died. We just found him frozen.
Pauly Shore or some shit.
No, it's not. Yeah, it is Pauly Shore and Brendan Fraser.
That was Encino Man.
That's Encino Man.
Yeah, I remember. Did that happen? When did that happen?
A long time
I was gonna say like that because I think I remember like.
It was like the 90s though, right? Wasn't
I thought it was the 80s.
It could have been the 80s. It was during our live.
I remember a National Geographic magazine that like
had him on the cover.
Had him on the cover and had like
Can
all
you
the
imagine
pictures.
it being your grandma?
You look mentally ridiculous.
This is my impression of a corpse, not a mentally ridiculous person. Thank you.
Hey, I pulled that off at Halloween. So.
But like that, I understood more. Right? We're not fucking. What's that? What? There's a word for that shit. Exhuming. We're not exhuming that guy. He wasn't nice, and that was a caveman from who knows? I don't know. A long fucking time ago. But like when it comes to tombs, we are exhuming.
Yeah.
We're opening coffins.
Okay, so then let me play.
It's like how long? So like in the future, if they fucking future humans found a graveyard and they're like, let's dig this motherfucker. They used to embalm people. How did they embalm people?
Yeah,
we like thinking about it now. Like,
why do they bury them 6 feet deep? What's that about?
Why? Why in these boxes that don't fucking rot and why are they in suits? Why they put them in clothes? Right?
Yeah,
it's the same way we look at mummies. Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I'm sure people thinking now would be appalled at the idea that them or then their loved one would be examined.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 2,000 years. 2,000 years.
2,000 years.
2,000 years is with my flat tax on it all.
The thing you got to keep in mind about all those tombs is, so much of that was lost to. I mean, I say this with all comedy invested in the line. Those tombs got raided by Lara Croft. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but like literally
like,
since like I think I want to say that all kind of came to light in like the 1910s and 1920s.
Because we know this,
but people have been robbing those tombs for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's those are criminals, right? So we're not okay with that. They're just doing it.
Right. They're doing it for profit. I guess that's the difference.
So now
the difference is doing it like.
I mean, you're supposed to ask
for you guys as exoskeleton exclusives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys good with it regardless?
Oh, yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay.
Like, I'm just examining the idea of other people, just like incest. Like, why do you want to fuck sisters and not okay with incest? It's the same thing.
Do you think that correlates with the desire to be cremated or buried?
What, incest?
Yeah.
You don't leave no evidence.
That's right. Fair enough.
You don't want people to DNA test you and be like, oh, he was fucking his sister.
I got loyalty. I got royalty. I got sister
DNA.
my sister's DNA. We share chromosomes.
Those mummies were fucking each other. Incest, incest was definitely rampant in the...
weren't fucking each other.
I mean, I went to give shots at an old people home. Their mummies are definitely fucking each other.
Wow. Did you see any old dudes with just rock hard Viagra boners walking around?
No, but they be hitting on my coworkers.
Nice.
Why not? One guy was like,
shoot your shot, Playboy.
Yeah, he was like, one 90-year-old guy, you know how I stay spry? All that sex I'm having.
That was his pickup line?
Yeah.
Not shawty what you drank?
Nope.
Girl, I'll tear that up for you.
They don't give a fuck, man.
They
Those
don't.
guys will say
shoot your shot, man.
Do you hear why the mummy missed the party?
No.
Well, he tried to get there, but he was late, and by that point, it had wrapped up.
A lot of things were normal back then that it's not now. Like incest was normal, fucking pedophilia was normal, homosexuality was normal at some point too, and it became not normal, but now it's normalized again.
Yeah,
Probably
So maybe incest will come back around sometime.
Yeah, it comes in waves like the Romans were.
Yeah, let's just look at some of those
some of the Greeks too.
kings from over there.
I mean, it is kind of coming around. There's a lot of fucking incest porn out there now. It's normalized.
Well, the stepsister thing is like a big one.
It's I mean, it's just a step away from full incest.
What is that?
We're halfway there. Am I right?
Yes, you can go halfway in, man. With the half sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's maybe the one, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe the one.
Maybe the one.
Hey, man, when we don't have topics, I talk about my.
No, I like it. I like the topics.
Please send in topics.
Do you get? I mean, like, in all honesty, do you guys not have random thoughts like that? Is it just a me
No,
thing?
I definitely do. I mean, like
I don't think they write them down.
Bring them to the table.
like the
I
lights
don't
and
want to be
wires.
the only one who's like, yeah, that's
Like shit like that. Like
yours is more interesting. Mine's are dumb.
no. I think I think that's extremely.
I don't think I said that. I think I ended up talking to you guys about it after. So I have a theory that we never heal from anything. We just get used to it.
Yeah, the pain.
That's it. Like we don't get
Well, like I mean, like a cut you heal.
Yeah,
right. Sure, stuff like that.
right,
but
right.
like
For injury.
an injury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know my back's
Yeah,
not the same.
like we never heal. We just like get used to the pain.
That's why people because pain is not measurable, and like I wish it was. It would be better for the whole world.
Oh,
We
it's
could
scale of
measure-
1 to 10.
Yeah, that's all smiley face. We don't have 1 to 10 with smiley face. It's the
Right.
frowny
Oh,
face and the smiley
that's-
face.
that's for the
You
kids.
can feel
That's
there.
for the kids.
Not even just for the kids.
No, it's in the
Adults get
adult-
those.
it's in the
Adults get
adults.
those. Which smiley face are you feeling right now? It's a fucking thing we have.
The red inflamed one.
But because that's one of the things we're talking about when we're in pharmacy school. It's like the drug seeking behavior thing with the pain pills and stuff. It could be that like they're just so used to not fucking having pain or what being just numbed out that like any kind of pain seems extreme to them. Whereas the rest of us, we look at them like that doesn't hurt, but to them it does because they're not used to it.
right.
And because like as I know I feel things now. If I think about it, there are things I'm feeling currently in my body that I didn't feel in my 20s. Like I didn't feel my lower back, arm, knees. Like if I think about it, like I can feel them.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff
I'm
I
used
think
to
that
it,
you
though.
learn to live
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I do think that like injury wise, you definitely heal. You can heal. Like it's not a given. But like when I fucking herniated that disc in my back.
At IKEA?
Like yeah, like and it happened twice. Once with IKEA and then once with Smeagol.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm not living with that. Like that is gone.
I think it's never the same though.
So that's different.
Because are you fully healed then? If it's not the same anymore,
So there's a question, right? Because I'm not living.
it's gonna
I'm
slip
not
out again easily. Much easier.
No, not well. Yes, easier. But like there is not one trace of or remnant of pain.
Yeah, which is good.
You know, where that pain was the most excruciating pain that I've ever been in, physical pain in my life.
Yeah,
Like,
you were on the floor like poking at the stroller to make it fucking rock back and forth the baby.
yeah,
I remember that
fucking
shit.
fact.
Rough.
But dedicated.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just like fucking just tapping the fucking thing to make it swing back and forth while
Yeah.
you're fucking on the floor.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Oh, it's rough.
I mean, I had to get picked up off the floor. I couldn't get up.
And that was on your birthday. We went out to have we went to IKEA first and then went to have
but
lunch and
that-
you already hurt by the time we went to lunch.
Yeah, but that wasn't the one where I had to do the rocking.
No,
that
it
the
was-
Smeagol one
Yeah, it
was
was Smeagol one. Yeah.
because he took off and it twisted me, and my back was like, nope.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's how injuries usually happen. Not at the gym, but like I don't want to on a lower note, but whatever. Thoughts are thoughts. Like, do you ever equate that like when like for instance on your birthday, which is special? Do you ever think, man, that's the fucking day I fucking hurt myself?
No, I don't ever. So I don't really think about that one as much because it was.
Well, I mean,
such,
other in general, that idea. Does there have anything been ruined for you that were good because something bad happened?
no, because even like I don't think anything like even
Family reunions.
well, Carrie Fisher died on my birthday.
Yes.
but it doesn't.
Don't equate that?
It doesn't. Like
That's because you can always look up there and see the big pipe signature.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you the one thing about my birthday, like now, like I do usually get sad on my birthday because she's gone. like because of grandma. Not she. I'm sorry, because my grandma's gone.
Yeah.
And Carrie Fisher
as well. But
Who's
not
your other grandma?
yeah. But it's only because like
sexy grandma.
You know, my birthday's so close to Christmas that it's often like, you know, my whole life has just kind of been like an afterthought. Like it's an echo of Christmas, you know. But she would like always make it like Christmas was the warm up, and then this is the fucking event. Yeah. You know, your birthday, and then when she left, like, it's like it's never felt the same, really. You know, like, and now it's even like I don't know what I think. I struggle with this thing, and it's like I don't know if it's like it's narcissist. I don't know what it is, but like where I generally kind of feel underappreciated, like just in life. Like I kind of go through life feeling I don't feel as appreciated as I should in my job. I don't feel as appreciated as I should by my wife and kids, mostly like by, you know, the content, like all that shit. Like I don't generally, I feel like, man, like I don't feel appreciated.
I think at work wise is normal. Like, but family wise, yeah, that's rough. But have you ever thought about the other way? Do you appreciate your family or whoever the people who don't appreciate you? Do you appreciate them enough?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, that's good that you think about that. Just to make sure it's not like, hey, maybe I should give
because like I'll go out of my way to like say things about like my kids, like what they're doing. Like, man, you're killing it out there. Like I want you to realize, like you're the softball shit or whatever. Like, you know, or at work, I'll be like, hey man, people don't give you enough credit, but you're fucking good at this.
That's good that you do that.
You know, I mean,
kids
your S technique is phenomenal.
Your S technique, yeah.
You figure eights. Those figure eights need a little work, but your S.
We're more like a figure 7, but the
how do you even fucking
yeah, those floors are clean.
All corners, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like I give kids a leeway just because they aren't fully formed adults yet, and their thought patterns are the same.
And I don't walk around thinking to myself like,
because I know I regret not appreciating my parents as much as I did.
Yeah, but I don't walk around thinking like, man, like you should be paying me more compliments or whatever to my kids. But like, you know, I don't. But
where's
like,
my Father of the Year cup?
But it's the thing of like for instance, like it was something yesterday, like. Or a couple of days ago, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, Selena and Leia came downstairs, and Leia's like, "Where's mommy?" And I had their lunches ready, right? And Leia was like, "Where's mommy?" I was like, "She's still at the store. She hasn't got back yet." And Selena was like, "Well, then how'd the lunch get made?" And I was like,
it's like that meme where it's like you just push the dishes in the sink and they magically wash themselves.
Like, I do this. I've been doing this for you since you were a kid, and you don't see it. You know what I mean?
Just like it's out of sight, out of mind.
And they get so used to the roles we play, right? So I'll be
something? He's like, who do you think made it?
I'll be sitting on the couch.
I did.
And one of the kids, "Where's mom? She's taking a shower. What you need?" "Oh, nothing." Okay. Hey mom, do you know where the glue is?
Yeah.
Don't bother her with that. Let me take some of these bullets for her.
Yeah, same with like, can you give me a glass of water or something like that?
Yeah. Or can you get the air fryer? No, you can get the air fryer out yourself. Stop asking me to get the air fryer for you. Or the toaster.
You're twice the height, so it makes it easier.
That's what. This morning, Charlie's like, "Well, can you get the toaster?" I'm like, "You know, that's 3 times further for me to bend over than it is for you, right?"
Yeah.
And you're standing beside it.
Yeah, that shit drives me nuts.
Anyways, I think the toaster should just live on the counter, but it's not up to me.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Anyway, we can wrap up. Or you got something?
I was just gonna say, like, I'm glad I don't celebrate much.
No,
because so it's never a big deal for me anyway. But like, because now I do equate some bad things with some days because I think about it. Because I didn't realize because it's first year. So when my birthday rolled, I'm like, oh, my birthday is when I found out my grandma had a fucking huge stroke and had to be hospitalized. And then Thanksgiving's coming up. Thanksgiving's the day I found out she died. So like, I'm glad I don't fucking celebrate those things because like I feel like there would be much damper on the celebration at that point.
You know, celebrating, even that word is a weird one, right? Because like, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Do you know what I mean? It's like I use Thanksgiving as an excuse to do something special with my family.
I think most people.
I think
what exactly would you be celebrating? Don't look into it, folks. Don't. Just.
We don't have Columbus Day anymore. It's fine.
That fixed it all.
Indigenous people.
That fixed it all.
And lastly, I want to add not to say your case in particular. I'm saying pity party on you or whatever. But like I have realized in the past year. A couple of years, like I have to internalize the fact that not everybody's show not everybody's comfortable showing the love and affection. First of all, like bros don't say I love you to each other. Normally we do because we're cool like that. So it's that people have like, not that people don't appreciate you, but they have a hard time expressing it because of the culture we live in. And two is that people express the love and appreciation in a different way than you might understand.
Yeah, 100%. A love language, you might say.
That is what it is, and I have to really internalize that, like because I show love a certain way, I want to receive it in a certain way, and when I didn't, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not loved. But it was explained to me that, well, this other thing is how I express love. I'm like, oh, you do that a lot. And it's like, yeah, I love you a lot. I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to translate that internally.
Yeah, that's hard too.
Because like I'm a like physical and verbal
same
expresser of love. My wife is a doer. She's a task.
She does you.
Yeah. She's like a task love giver. So like
jobs per se.
Yeah. But like you know, like when I go to work, she packs my lunch.
Yes.
And like little shit, right?
So
like
to speak, or legit?
No,
both.
No,
okay.
But like when I get to work and I look at my like Caesar salad, I might have a Caesar salad, and everything's in separate little bags. Because she doesn't want my because she doesn't want my croutons to get soggy from the lettuce. Like it's like little things like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that's how she's expressing it, but I have a hard time receiving it.
Yes, I mean I feel you, but it's just something like for us to work on.
Yeah. With that, shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team. Shout out to Phil on Twitter and the notes. Shout out to Dante on Facebook, and shout out to Ricky Tiki Timber on the videos. That Star Wars one was great.
That was
great. And with that,
Flappy labius.
tasty tank.
tight dick player.